Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about my first year with dreadlocks, how I found it, my experiences with it. So I actually started my dreadlocks after Glastonbury Festival last year. When I went to Glasgow I had two baby dreadlocks in my hair and I still have them. These two that I made on sort of either side right at the bottom of my neck, they were the first two that I made. Yeah, and I just kind of every Monday I would just put another couple of dreads in until eventually I had a whole head of dreadlocks. I would actually say that the ones I did first, I thought that the ones I did first wouldn't be as good as the ones that I did last, which were on the top of my head. But I think it went the other way around, because the ones that I did first, I put more hair into them, they're thicker. I think by the time I got to the top of my head, I'd got it into my head that I wanted to have really thin dreadlocks. And a lot of the ones on the top of my head, I've ended up crocheting two dreadlocks together. There's another video all about that as well, if you want to watch it. Yeah, because they started off thin, and then I ended up wanting them a bit thicker because they felt a bit like they wouldn't stand the test of time once they'd grown out, that they might get a bit weak and maybe break off. So when I started my dreads, they were very fluffy, and at the end of this video I'm going to show you like a little timeline of kind of how my dreads have evolved over this year. I think it's actually been, I worked it out, it's like a year and 3 months that I've had this set of dreads. And I would say for the first 6 months, 8 months, they were really quite sort of fluffy and loose, and kind of now they're kind of maturing and really turning into dreadlocks. They feel different, they feel matted together. I'm quite lucky in that my hair texture wants to dread kind of naturally, it just does it on its own. So some people might take longer, sometimes, like some people it might not take quite as long as that. That's how long it took for me. It's really been interesting to watch my dreadlocks as they've changed over the first year. I know I've definitely had phases where I desperately wanted to cut them off or comb them out because I hated them. They go through a weird, ugly, short, lumpy, sticky outy, fluffy, all kinds of strange stuff. And you've just got to kind of stick with it because they will turn into dreadlocks eventually that are kind of nice. Mine still have bits in them, I don't know if I can show you, bits in them where they're a bit thin or they haven't dreaded, or I've done all kinds of strange things to them. Like there's one where it kind of goes thick, thin, thick again at the bottom. I don't know if that section in there will dread up. I've kind of stopped worrying about it because you can spend a lot of time worrying about, will it dread, will it do this, will it do that, and they just kind of do what they want. You can't really have that much control over them. I've found that anything I've tried to do to shape them, to make them do a certain thing or make them behave a certain way or neaten them, hasn't worked, or it's done something weird and unexpected that I didn't kind of see the repercussions of until much later on. So I would just, if I could give any advice on anyone going through their first year of dreads, I would say just leave them alone and try not to worry about them, and trust me, they will turn into dreadlocks in the end. So this is not actually my first set of dreadlocks. I first had dreads in my 20s. I'm trying to think back how old I would have been. Probably early 20s. I maybe had them in for 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure. I really can't remember. Yeah, I had them, my first set of dreads I had started professionally at a place in, I think it was in Soho in London. And they were okay. Back then, like, reading about stuff on the internet wasn't so much of a thing. I didn't really know anyone in real life that had dreads also, apart from other people that, like, I had done their dreads for them or they'd done them themselves. We were all just kind of guessing. My first set of dreads was started professionally. They backcombed it all and sealed it with a lot of wax, like a heavy beeswax. So they were very sticky, outy. They were quite short. It took a while for them to sort of fall down and kind of grow out and everything. Because the first set had been started with wax, they were very sticky and they attracted dust. They were kind of gross. Then I was also bleaching my hair at the time, so I had bleach blonde hair, which I used to dye bright pink, like much brighter than this, crazy bright pink. And I think my dreads were never really that healthy. I didn't really understand the sort of proper maintenance of them. I was maintaining them with dread wax and stuff to sort of, roll them back into sausages. So they looked right, like they look like dreads, but I think looking back to compared to how these ones feel now, completely different. These ones definitely feel much more dreaded this time. So this set of dreadlocks I started myself. I was kind of confident to do that because I had had my dreads before. I think I understand where the sectioning wanted to be. I knew that there was a section on the crown of my head that when I had my first set, I was always really self-conscious that I looked a bit bald. So I was conscious to put some dreads there. So I was kind of happy to do it on my own, and the way that I started my dreads was just every Monday, because I have Mondays off work, I would take a section, like tie off my hair, take a section like a strip, and then just dread it. So I think I've got 3 on the first row, 4 on the next row, maybe 5 on the next row, and they kind of go in like a brick pattern, so you don't have any board spots. There's loads of information you can find online for how to section out your dreadlocks and, you know, make them the right size and everything. And after I'd had my dreads for about not long, like a month or 2, I put extensions on mine because I had hair down to kind of here before my dreads. Then I dreaded it and it went very, very short. I put extensions on to kind of make it back into long hair again. With hindsight, because obviously I've taken the dread extensions out now. I've made a whole video on that, so you can go back, you can have a look. You can watch me taking them out and talking about my experience with that. With hindsight, it was nice to have long hair again. I wish I'd have had my dread extensions done professionally because I definitely didn't know enough about it. I was just kind of guessing, and I got some bits of it right, but it's one of those ones you learn it as you go along. So the ones I did at the beginning were definitely not as good as the ones I did by the end. Yeah, so if I was going to do it again, I'd get it done professionally. I wouldn't just guess, because I very much did just guess. And now I feel much happier. Now my extensions are out, it's all my own hair. The hair feels softer, it feels nice. I don't particularly like the length of my hair. I miss that they were long. Oh, I'm sad that they're short. But hair grows, so I've just got to wait for that to happen, I guess. So I'm going to leave you with a little compilation of photos that I've just dug off my phone of like my first year of dreadlocks. It starts just after Glasgow last year. I think there's actually a picture right at the beginning where it looks like I've got no dreadlocks in at all. I'm at Glasgow. I've got 2 tiny ones in the back of my hair. That's it. And then yeah, you can kind of see as they progress to now. And yeah, like I said, I think I'm at 1 year and 3 months now, so you can see the difference.
Thanks, go up. Let's play classical jazz over live.
Mine's not working. Oh, it works.
I watch all of those and cool photos.
I'm a dog.
Yeah.
I'm a dog.
Walk into the train station dressed like German the holograms, but that's normal, right? That's what normal people do. And it's raining. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. And if you like kind of dreadlocks posts, there's a playlist that I'll put a link to at the bottom with all my dreadlock videos. All right, that's it. See you later. Bye.